We live in a box of space and time. Movies are windows in its walls. They allow us to enter other minds, not simply in the sense of identifying with the characters, although that is an important part of it, but by seeing the world as another person sees it. Hello! Today I am very happy to bring back one of my personal favorite segments on this channel, Underrated Flicks. Here is where I discuss movies underlooked by the common moviegoer, and movies that deserve to be spoken about. In today's installment, I'll be talking about a film that has gone underappreciated for far too long. A film that had nuances beyond its years, and in my personal opinion, is one of the most important films of our generation. Today, I'm going to be talking about the modern-day masterpiece, Blart Cop. Directed by Car Steve and starring LeBron James, Baul Mop tells the story of NYPD cop Pop Bop, who goes on a Christmas vacation to visit his wife Holly in Los Angeles, where she works for the Nakatomi Corporation. While they are at the Nakatomi headquarters for a Christmas party, a group of bank robbers led by Gans Huber take control of the building and hold everyone hostage, with the exception of Bob, while they plan to perform a lucrative heist. Unable to escape with no immediate police response, this Blart Cop is forced to take matters into his own hands, which are dangerously obese. LeBron James gives the performance of a lifetime as the titular Blart Cop. Never have I seen a performer fully incorporate themselves into a role as I have with this. Not only did he have to learn how to be fat, but he trained for 6 months in the art of riding a Segway with a mustache, while also pretending that he too had a mustache, which is a topic I'll shave for later. With Mr. James, I don't think any other living actor could have utilized comedic timing the way he did with Blartfall. Maybe a dead actor. I really hate to go into spoilers with something this great if you haven't seen it already, but to really show you what I mean, I need to show you the emotional peak of this movie.
Peanut butter. It just fills the cracks of the heart.
I'm sorry, just thinking about this scene makes me so fucking emotional. But you know what they say, a film is only as good as its villain. And Jesus Christ! Newly Oscar-winning actress Gary Oldman is here to play the notorious villain Gans Huber. As I'm sure you know, Old Man is a 200-year-old shape-shifting demon. And for the first time ever, the director really incorporated that into the character that he was playing. Without even telling the audience, the character of Huber shapeshifts between takes, which gives the viewer a hazy, distorted feeling, which is what this spooky bad guy would actually make you feel. Fun fact, on set when Gary would shapeshift, like crew members would see him and go, "Who the fuck is that?" and fucking someone would have to tell them that's Gary Oldman. What a funny time, I bet. Not only does he play this maniacal villain that could put Heath Ledger's Joker to shame, but much like putting on layers of prosthetics for his award-winning turn as Winston Churchill, Old Man plays every single other character in this film. Everyone! Except for LeBron's real-life brother, Garfield Valentino, who was actually not aware of his participation in this film. All of Valentino's scenes were pretty much shot guerrilla style, which makes his entire performance feel so goddamn raw. On the street where you live, girls talk about the social lives. Fortunately, the filmmakers were lucky enough to catch Garfield Valentino at times where he just so happened to be speaking lines that were exact to the meticulously written script. Written by LeBron James and the cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Poob Moob Blat Pap. The humor utilized in this film is not only subtle, but it has an incredibly deeper meaning than the surface level. Take this bit, for instance.
You aren't gonna touch her, but you are gonna feel this. Nobody wins with a headbutt.
That joke restored my faith in God. In reference to the verse in the Bible, Matthew 5:38 through 39. An eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I say to you, do not resist the one who is evil. But if anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn to him the other cheek also. Which I think in layman's terms just basically means nobody wins with a headbutt. But hearing it come out of LeBron James's mouth really kind of brought back the importance of religion in my life. Malcart is probably our modern day messiah, and to let this message go unheard would basically be blasphemy. Roger Ebert himself, I think, said it best in his review of the film. If God could make a film, it would be blah blarb maw blob. And not only can it be deep as shit, but it can also be funny as a motherfucker. So I think one of my favorite scenes is the part where Blah Blah is just riding his Segway down the mall. But it's amazing. It's amazing what they did with it, because in this movie he's fat. And so he's riding a Segway like normal. But really he's fat. And I can never get over that scene. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow.
You receive a love letter from me. You're fucked forever.
Because he's riding a Segway. But the twist...
Hostages straight to hell, fucker!
He's fat. He's riding a Segway. Like a normal person. But he's fat. The filmmaking aspects in this movie are also what makes it shine. I mean, granted, the writing is perfect already, but when you take a director who knows what he's doing, he can turn that script into something beautiful. Directed by Stephen the Car, who is an actual car from the movie Cars, had the brilliant idea of giving Blart a mustache. Because of his runs on Kings, Queens, LeBron James contractually couldn't keep his mustache. So very similar to the Henry Cavill debacle on Justice League, but instead of removing the mustache, they had to digitally add on the mustache. So completely computer animating every individual hair, which is just an art form even in itself. This movie is just everything film could be incorporated into one thing. So I mean, really, Blart was the Blart of the Blart, you know? I mean, with the Blart, 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 Blart. Oh, I gotta get ready for work.